Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Genshin Impact. So, yesterday, guys, we finished Act 3. So, after looking for a while, here we finally come to some conclusions to make our report and bring it back to Nubilet. So, yeah, we did a few you could say investigation going on, but we did some investigation, and after searching, looking, hearing about the rumors about hidden clues or hidden rules, we have finally come to an agreement, or maybe we have finally gathered some clues and actually have met with some people that are acquainted with Childe here at the fortress, and now we know where he is or where he could be. He hasn't returned ever since he was called by a mysterious voice, so that's what we are looking for. And now, after gathering all the evidence, it seems that today, well, not today, but in game, we are having an open day actually. Nini told us or sent us a card that the inmates from the fortress have a day to do whatever they want as long as we don't cause trouble. So now we are going to use this day. Since we don't have to work that much, we're going to use this day to investigate freely. So let's do that. Let's see what we can gather. If other people know something, or yeah, something, nothing else. Okay, here we are, and see what we can do. What we can do.
Look! There are some people talking over there! Let's listen in on the conversation.
If you ask me, those pompous parasites on the surface act like they're all a bunch of aristocrats. Do any of them give half a hoot about a bunch of dogs like us?
Hey, speak for yourself, mate. I'm no dog.
Oh, you think you're special or something? If you're here, then you're just a convict like the rest of us. I've heard that even if you're released after serving your sentence, going back to life on the surface ain't any better. Once a criminal, always a criminal. We're marked for life.
I don't buy that.
Hey, how cool would it be if the whole world was destroyed by a giant flood and everyone had to start over from nothing?
What kind of filthy bilgewater you spewing? I have family up there. You best shut your sewer hole with talk like that. Listen, things ain't so great on the surface, but who says that you have to leave? I've heard that you can still stay here and work even after you've served your sentence. Not bad if you ask me. Who wants to live in the ruddy overworld anyway?
And what makes you think they want to hire someone like you? That's one of the great mysteries of the universe, how someone as useless as you is so confident.
Whoa. Sounds like they're really unhappy about the overworld. Speaking of which, Paimon never heard anyone use the words overworld or underworld when we were living up there. Is it only something the inmates down here say?
It seems so, because strangely enough, they don't refer to it as it. Mm, I mean, she's right. It's normal for convicts to be unhappy.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay, so it seems that those people are not happy. One of them is like willing to being able to work here. Okay, what do we have here?
There's a group of people over there. Let's go listen in.
So I said,
That's not a faucet. Hey, who are you two? Why'd you come over all of a sudden?
Oh, sorry for eavesdropping. Sounds like you were talking about something private.
What's the matter? They're just looking to join in on our fun, that's all.
Hey, don't pretend like it's okay for them to just interrupt us like that. Yeah, fine. You're lucky we don't mind extroverts that much.
Ah, a widow? Whatever. But why do the people from, like, closer or right next to us, like, look at us? Were they, like, looking at us like, so maybe we'll fight them or something? I don't know. I know what was that about, but okay. Thanks. You guys are really nice.
You hear that, Quisto? We're nice!
Your expressions tell me you're looking to hear some juicy info, am I right? But before that, it just so happens that I know you two.
What?
Really? Are we that famous?
You're kidding. How often does anyone get a personal tour led by His Grace himself? Practically everyone was talking about it. Word has it that you also caused quite the kerfuffle.
Oh, I see. So that's why. Well, obviously, that was going to make some noise between the convicts here. Oh, it was just a little mistake.
A little mistake, huh? I like the way you put it. You see, people with a good attitude can join our group anytime, unlike some of the others here.
Your group?
I'm Quisto, and this is Lavaroon. People usually call us the Bombshell Bros, but don't worry. We're not playing with bombs or anything. It's just that our information is always so explosive, and we blow minds on the regular.
Oh, so they are like gossip, like. Oh. But yeah, it's like gossip. It's like when you are making rumors and whatnot, and you spread them around and that kind of thing.
So, you two really like to gossip? Whew, you sure know how to embellish.
Yeah, exactly.
No. You don't get it. Knowing intelligence will make things better for you here. For example, knowing who's working with whom, who has the latest rumors, who's not getting along. Wouldn't you like to know all that?
Oh, sure. Fill us in. Oh my Archon, I love to know. Please tell me.
Whoa, all this info's worth something, you know? You should prove you're worthy of it.
How?
I don't mind him. Quisto's always this way. Just play nice and say something to massage his ego. The welfare meals. Talk about the welfare meals.
Oh, we ate the most incredible welfare meal recently.
Right. That meal we had yesterday was super delicious. Paimon can still taste it whenever she closes her eyes.
Is that so? To tell you the truth, I've been helping out with making those welfare meals. I've been working as a kitchen assistant for about a month and a half now.
Oh, so you're the one who made those delicious steaks. Amazing. You could be a professional chef.
You are correct. I am a true professional. In fact, I even went to culinary school. But enough about that.
Oh, why? I want to know what happened. Why were you sent down here? What happened because if you're saying that, really, what happened, bro?
Since you like my cooking, I guess that means we share similar tastes. Listen carefully. This little bombshell will help you learn what's really going on here in the fortress.
Okay. Huh. Did Lavaron just wink at me? It seems he's saying don't be upset. He's a good fellow.
Listen, kids. The power structure within the fortress is quite complicated. The overworlders couldn't care less about us down here. We're basically dogs to them. You've already met the one person here you should never cross, the Duke, Risley. He knows more than you think. And if he doesn't care about something, then he often doesn't bother dealing with it.
Those who have the Duke's attention get all kinds of special perks, even better treatment in the infirmary.
I know who you mean. It's that Jurier character, right? I don't think there's anything useful about him at all. Why does he visit the infirmary practically every day? Is it normal for anyone to be going in and out of there so often? If you ask me, he's just faking it to get out of work.
But did you know that Jurier was a talented researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute before he came here? There's no denying that.
I don't care if he was a researcher that could turn dirt into Mora. Once you're in the fortress of Meripede, you're just another inmate like everybody else.
Okay, I see what's going on. So, according to Custod, a person named Yuri frequents the infirmary. I should take note of that.
Speaking of which, the last time I saw him, he was passing by in the corridor with Lorvine. I also heard they started arguing in the library and got into a fight, right? Guess that's just how terrible of a guy he is.
You mean he hit a woman? Wow, I never imagined he was that bad.
But that Lorvine's also quite the odd one, you know? She's always gabbing away, got into a fight with a man, and she also got sent to the infirmary. Come to think of it, I always see her going to the sick bay every couple of days, too. Huh.
Wait a second. You don't think?
Do you think could it be that they're secretly meeting there to go on dates? But it's really hard to imagine.
After all, I do remember seeing Lorvine beat Jurier to a pulp that one time. And we might be overthinking things.
Okay, so Juliet had a confrontation with a girl named Lorvin, who also frequently visits the infirmary. I remember that too. Okay, sure. So now, what's left is to visit the infirmary maybe? Or what is it left to visit? Or who I should mean? Okay, so it's here, somewhere. Okay, we meet our objective.
Hey, you over there?
Huh? Who? Me?
Yeah, you. Say, do you like playing card games? You know, like Genius Invocation TCG?
Wait a minute. Even people down here play that game?
You TCG players are like mint in the wild, literally sprouting up everywhere.
Hey, come on now. What's wrong with finding fellow Invocation aficionados? Anyway, care to join me for a game?
Oh, I'm really sorry, but I'm busy. We're busy at the moment.
All right. No pressure.
But why would you be looking for people to play Genius Invocation in a place like this? Don't people usually come here to fight?
Whether you're throwing down cards or throwing punches, it's all a competition, isn't it? It's all the same in my eyes.
Well, you could
There
say
are lots
that.
of card players here in the fortress. When I saw you, I immediately thought, hey, even outsiders from other nations play cards. So I came over to say hi.
Okay, well, would you mind chatting with us for a moment?
Sure.
Great! Since you've been here longer than us, you need to flex your seniority a little bit, right? Maybe you could start by telling us newcomers some stories about this place.
I thought you would have already heard everything by now. All right, then. Did you have anything specific in mind? Or do you want me to just pick a topic?
Why don't you pick? We'll let you know if we've heard it already.
All right. Have you heard any strange rumors since you've arrived?
Yes, about the hidden rules. Yeah.
Ben, did you know that there are some people who are always gossiping over in the corner?
We already did, yeah. You mean Custod and Labyrinth?
Yeah, so you've already met those two. They're quite a pair. They always keep an eye out for the latest happenings and gossip about everything. I've never seen anyone with more time on their hands. I heard that there used to be a chef and a bartender before they were sent down here. You know how bartenders are, always chatting with customers. And chefs love to pass the time just hanging out when they're not cooking.
Good to know. Do you have anything else to tell us?
Let me think. Sounds like you want to hear something a little more tantalizing. Oh, did you know that the Duke was also a convict in the fortress of Meripede before?
Huh? Wait, are you serious?
Really?
That's right. The Duke was an inmate just like you and me. Seems he was exiled here for committing some crime. Who knows how he ended up rising up to become the warden, though. To go from an ordinary inmate to becoming the manager of the whole place? I'm not gonna lie, I kinda respect that.
Okay. Okay, I would take note of that. Oh, by the way, do you know anything about a forbidden zone, maybe?
A forbidden zone? Sounds like something that someone just made up. I've never heard of that. Where did you hear about it?
It's just a rumor we've been hearing, but no worries if you've never heard of it. Do you have anything else you can tell us?
Anything else? Not that I can think of, but I'll be sure to tell you anything interesting I hear next time. You'll have to play a game of Genius Invocation with me first, though.
Fair enough. You want something in change? We want information. Then we will play then. Alright, so...
Okay, we've talked to just about everyone, and it's about time for us to go meet Linny.
yeah.
According to the card he left us, we should go meet him in the production zone.
Yeah. Isn't that a little odd to meet there? I think that we are free to roam every place that we can. Again, as long as we don't cause trouble. Oh, so there are people that like to gossip. We already know about the hidden rules. We also know now that for some reason people love TCG invocation too much. Invocation TCG a little too much. We have inmates here like play that game. Wow. This is quite. Oh, so that's where it is. Wait, let me up! Okay, there we go. That's... yeah. So there is still something down. Maybe it's the no-go zone? Wait, up? Wait up! Why didn't you tell me to go up firstly? Yeah. So we went down, but then we are going up. Great. Why is there no elevator to like take us one level or two levels down when we ask it to? Why do we have to take different elevators to do that? Doesn't make sense for me. Or maybe that's how the thing is designed. Okay, here we go.
Huh?
Hello again.
That look in your eyes. You found something?
We do. We have. Yeah.
Hey, this is no time to be modest. Just tell him we found a boatload of information.
Oh, as expected of the legendary duo, you have my full and undivided attention.
You summarize your findings with it.
I'd have never guessed that myself. The rumors swirling about this place are unreliable after all, and Master Childe probably went missing because he found a way out. He is a harbinger after all. I suppose he's much more resourceful than I initially gave him credit for. Unfortunately, this isn't enough for our final report to Father. We need to find out Master Childe's exact whereabouts. Father told me that even though Master Childe said he was just coming to Fontaine for a vacation, he actually had some personal reasons. His agenda might be linked to his disappearance.
Very likely. So the most important thing right now is to catch up with him.
His escape route is already flooded, so we'll have to task someone with professional diving skills to chase after him.
Well, when you put it that way, it's obvious that only Fremine would be up to the task.
Bingo! Is he around?
He's working today. Coming here as a group would have attracted too much attention. I'll talk to him about it later.
Okay, thank you. Please do. We're counting on you.
No need to thank me. This was always a part of our mission after all.
Well, you're right.
Honestly, I'm far more impressed by you guys managing to collect all this information right under Risley's watchful eyes.
Collecting information has always been our strong point.
Yeah, I guess running errands, trying to be sneaky, trying to gather information in other, like, places, has been our strong suit after all. Who would have thought?
Now, let me think. To find out more information, Fremine will have to retrace Master Child's original route. And if he's to do that, he'll have to set out on the next pipe cleaning day at the earliest. That's 6 days from now. And after that, he'll probably take another 2 or 3 days to return.
You can even estimate how long it'll take for him to get back?
We've been working together for a long time. We know each other's capabilities like the backs of our hands. Traveler, what say you to meeting here 9 days from now? We'll be able to pick up Fremine while we're at it, too.
Alright then, we'll sure do.
Oh, and there's just one last thing we'd like your help with. Though we can just sit back and wait for Fremine's report on Master Child's whereabouts, we still need to make more progress on the investigation of the Forbidden Zone. Fremine's no master of disguise. Lynette's still working on getting intel from the other areas, and I'll need to spend some time helping Fremine prepare for his diving mission. So, you are the only ones we can count on.
Bro, but, well, let's see if we save and then...
What do you want us to do? Will it be hard?
Well, I won't call it easy per se, but I think you'll be able to pull it off. Listen carefully. You'll need to find an excuse to get into the infirmary and investigate the room and environs. You've mentioned several sketchy-looking people always meeting at the infirmary earlier, so it probably has something to do with the secret we're hoping to uncover. You've already met the head nurse, so she'll be less suspicious of you. Investigate the internal structure of the infirmary and any active dealings within, and pass those on to me alongside anything else you're able to discover. But also, there's no need to take risks. Don't forget, safety always comes first.
Bro, did you say that only because I am an amateur?
No, when it comes to intelligence gathering, I'd never consider you to be an amateur. Didn't you say it yourself? It's always been your strong suit. I'll believe anything as long as it comes from you. So, please prove your prowess to me once again.
All right, then we'll head out as soon as we finish our prep.
Do we really
Let's
have
go
to
our separate ways for now, then.
show him?
Don't forget, we meet here again in 9 days. Stay safe.
Hasn't he already seen that? After doing some work with Paimon, you begin slowly approaching to the infirmary disguised as what?
Hey, stay here for now. Paimon will take a peek.
Sure thing.
There seem to be several people inside.
What? Okay, let's try and eavesdrop on them first. You hit a corner and with Paimon. Several people appear to be engaged. What?
It's not impossible.
So... it's a bit hard to understand them from here. So, why don't we just try to talk to them in person? Let's go as soon as you're ready.
Sure. You nod and take a long, deep breathing head amount. If you recall correctly, the potion is a result of an failed attempt at alchemy. Oh. Okay. That's going too fast.
Please help! She's sick!
Whoa, are you okay?
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin. The traveler started complaining of a stomachache, and then nausea, and then collapsed onto the ground. Paimon doesn't know what to do! Freezing limbs, twitching fingers, and pale complexion? Could it be poison? Let me take a look. Please, lie down over here.
Ugh, my stomach really hurts.
Don't worry, I'll get you to the bed safely. Here, hold on to my shoulder and walk slowly. You can do it, Traveler!
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. You're sick after all. Now, please relax. I'm just going to do a preliminary checkup on you.
Sichuin has taken out a few instruments and begun to do her checkup. I hope I'm not so hot that she gets suspicious.
I see now. My checkup has confirmed that she's not in any mortal danger. That's our worst fear out of the way. Eh? Oh, that's good. But I'll continue my diagnosis of the patient now. Please, relax and take a deep breath.
Sichuin's using her hands to palpitate different areas on my abdomen. Seems like she's using elemental energy too. Her expression's growing more and more relaxed.
Don't sense serious damage to your organs either. Does it hurt when I press here?
It's not too bad.
And here? Huh? But based on my initial checkup, there shouldn't be a problem here. How strange.
Oh no. Was my acting a bit over the top?
What about here? Does this hurt?
No, not really. I can barely feel it.
Oh. I understand. So that's what it is. I think you just ate something that disagreed with you. That's all. Nothing too serious. Outside of a pretty bad stomachache when it decides to act up. So that's what it is. Thank goodness it's not anything more serious. And there have been other inmates complaining about the food recently. I'll inform our head chef, Mr. Woolsey, of this problem as soon as possible. Congratulations! The health risk is incredibly low, so you should recover within a couple days. Why don't you take a rest here while I go get some medicine for you?
Fair
Miss
enough.
Levine, I'll have to trouble you to help me look after this new patient while I'm gone.
Very well.
And she hopped away just like that.
Okay. Phew. This infiltration mission is going more smoothly than I imagined. Next, there are only 2 people left in the room. Sichuin called that woman Lurbin, so she has to be one of those frequent visitors to the infirmary I've heard of before. Would that mean that the man next to her is Yuri then?
Hello. So how are you feeling now?
Still not great. Oh god. I can't keep staring at her. You draw unwanted attention. That guy also seems to have noticed. Now he's looking in my direction too.
Her stomachache's really bad. She was stumbling about the whole way here, so Paimon's really worried.
If Miss Sijuin says it's not a serious problem, then there's no need to worry. She's the best medic we've got down here.
But it also looks like she's the only medic you've got down here.
Well, that's true.
What do you mean, that's true? That's really misrepresenting the situation. Of course I can't speak for the whole fortress, but it's not like everyone imprisoned here is useless, you know? Though they may have committed crimes and gotten locked up here as a result, they still know a thing or two about medicine, and they help Miss Sishuin take care of the sick and injured.
Yeah, you're right. But did you have to lecture me about it in front of another patient? Aren't you a patient too? Where did all your energy come from?
That's correct. Sorry, I got a bit ahead of myself.
Are you two also sick?
We've been sick a while. I come back every once in a while for checkups, and to pick up the medicines Miss Sijween prescribes for us. That's just the nature of chronic illnesses. As for her...
Well, it's why it says us. It should be me. Why did it say us when it should be me? Is that a mistake for language or something?
You could say she fancies herself as Miss Sijween's capable helper because she learned a bit of medical knowledge ages ago.
Please watch your mouth, Mr. Jurier. Don't forget that you are the primary reason I have frequent heart palpitations.
Hey, don't start arguing now. Please, keep it civil at least.
And what's up with the hope and keep? They always do these kind of mistakes with the traductions. Well, sometimes they do. I have seen a few. I think we have seen a few of those in the past before. Okay, those two seem to have a pretty terrible relationship. And only run into each other because they came here to pick up their meds at the same time. Ah, talk about bad timing. And being in the wrong at the wrong place. But outside of the two of them, there is nothing suspicious inside the room. All the files on the table appear to be patient records, and while there is a box, I can't check it out right now. Oh, there also aren't that many furnishing on the wall. Eh? Wait. There seems to be a movable hatch on the ground over there.
Hey! There's no need to fight! Everyone will be released someday, so there's no need to argue over silly things like this!
But...
Release. It's way too early for us to even think about that. And who the heck knows if we'd even be able to continue our previous lives?
The presence of the movable hatch isn't strange by itself, but perhaps it's my adventurous intuition speaking. But isn't it a bit strange that there is a movable hatch here of all places? Is it hiding something?
Please allow me to end this boring and useless conversation. Oh, and Mr. Jurier, I don't want to see your face here again anytime soon.
And same to you, Miss Lorvine. Anyway, that was more than enough rest for me, so I'm going to get out of this excessively noisy place. See you later, everyone.
He just slowly walked off like that?
That's just what he's like. I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I'm Lorvine, and that's... Well, his name is Jurier, but I hope you'll never have cause to remember his name.
You really can't stand him, huh?
I mean, can you blame me? Who would like someone who's as arrogant and obsessed with weird research topics as he is? But there's no need to keep dwelling on him. I'll accompany you two for a while. Miss Seashween should be back soon, and I'm sure you'll feel better as soon as you've had some of her medicine.
Yes. Thank you for looking after me.
No, it's nothing.
I'm back! Did you rest like you promised?
Thank you for getting our medicine, Miss Seashween.
Did you all cooperate with your bed rest? I trust that nobody got up to walk around. Good. Here, this should be 2 days' worth of medicine for you. Take 1 pill now, and then continue your bed rest.
Understood. You take the stomachache pill that Siegwin gave
Miss
you.
Levine, I left in a bit of a hurry just now. Do you still remember if we discussed the color of the pill that you should be taking today?
I remember. You said it should be yellow.
Wait, so did they talk about that before we walk in? Why don't I remember?
Yellow, huh? I understand. These are yours. Please, make sure to go to bed early after taking them tonight. You'll benefit from a good night's sleep.
I mean, yeah, this was not the topic, right? It was not the thing that they were talking about when we eavesdropped them earlier, no? Wait, hang on. Okay. It was something different. I can't make it out for sure, but we can tell that it was something else, not the type of the not the color of the pill that she was taking.
All right, then I'll also be on my way now. I hope you feel better soon too.
Thank you.
See ya!
And off she goes.
I'm going to fill out your medical record now. You're widely known as the Traveler, right? I just want to double-check a few details, if that's all right with you.
I mean, why would they call me that if we already have like a name or something?
Those two made quite the commotion just now, so why don't we let the Traveler rest? Paimon can answer the questions instead.
Well thought, Paimon.
So her primary symptoms are abdominal pain, with secondary symptoms of nausea. Is there anything else?
That's it.
All right then.
Is there anything we should know besides to take the meds?
No, her base constitution is quite good, so I'm sure she'll recover quite quickly after taking the medicine. Please, make sure to stick to bland or less stimulating foods, and don't stay up too late at night.
Got it. Paimon will hold the Traveler to that for sure.
Sagewin's still looking at me. I should just try to take a nap like she said.
Oh, you're going to take a nap already? Okay then, you get some rest.
You move yourself to a regular patient bed and completely... You can, however, still catch some
We've
hints
been
from
to lots of
Sagewin and
places
Paimon.
together. She may look a bit under the weather now, but she's actually super strong.
Oh, so you're the best of companions. But don't worry, she'll recover soon.
Companion. That works being for a
you're awake.
wave of comfort.
How do you feel? You slept for a really long time, but we never left.
Yeah, I feel a lot better. Thanks to the two of you.
Well, now you can go back without a worry in the world. Remember to take your meds regularly, and remember bland foods.
Thank you, Miss Seashween.
Okay, return to the dorms. What does Siegewing has to say?
Seems like a lot of people have been coming down with an upset stomach lately. I'll need to address that.
Okay. And it seems that there is a hatch there. But look! It has this very long and basically super heavy, like, furniture on it. It may be like... Huh? Okay. I don't know what he is doing there, but whatever. He's an inmate. Yeah, he must be an inmate. Oh, we go up. Okay, so we discover a hatch there. But then what? Are we going to wait 9 days?
You really are something. To be able to fall asleep like that and even sleep talk the entire time, you scared Paimon half to death!
Did I say anything I shouldn't have?
No, but you kept mumbling things along the lines of, Pyron, go take my grilled fish and put down the Adeptus Temptation now! Paimon talked with Sijwin the entire time you were asleep. She seems like she's just a sincere nurse, and Paimon didn't notice anything unusual in the room. Are you sure we're not going off track with the infirmary?
Nope. I did saw something. Okay, so are we really off track though? There are still a few weird things about the place. That movable hatch on the ground, as well as the question Sijwin asked Lorbean, and also, were they really talking about their meds before we walked in? Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. Oh, and was Lorbean and Uriet's argument genuine? Or were they just putting on a show? Alright, Paimon, hear me out.
Whoa, you really are super thorough. All those tiny little suspicious things that Paimon didn't even pick up on. We've got to give the info to Linny.
Yeah, I agree. On the next few days, you and Paimon work at the station as normal. During the shifts, however, you manage to find an opportunity to write keywords relating to your suspicions on one piece of paper. Alright then. You manage to pass the slip to busy Lynette, and she seems to pass by. Her disguise is impeccable. And she... Come on! Okay, and finally the promised 9th day arrives.
Today's the day. Let's go meet up with Linny.
Sure thing. Okay, so we have finished one of the main mission. And now the second mission starts. We have to meet up with Linny and see what they found about what Fermine find out.
Oh.
Found out. Okay.
Did you two run into any trouble over the past few days?
No, we just worked our shifts according to the schedule. Nothing weird happened.
That's good. That means you didn't raise any suspicions when you infiltrated the infirmary. We've taken a look at the slip you've sent. Fremine successfully left the grounds via the pipes 2 days ago, and as of last night, Lynette has also infiltrated the infirmary after faking an illness.
She did too?
Wait, why is she getting involved as well?
You already went above and beyond when you scoped out the infirmary. To put it more bluntly, even if we were to view that as something you did in exchange for Fremine's help, you've already done more than enough. Infiltrating a guarded stronghold is a different kind of job from a one-off investigation. We want to avoid using the same faces over and over and reduce the amount of suspicion that will fall on any given person.
That makes
Lynette
sense.
also felt like you have already taken the first step for us, so she should be the one to finish the job.
So that's what Lynette thinks. Oh, Paimon hopes everything's going well for her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then, let's go check on Lynette before Fremine returns. If everything went well, then she should be wrapping up her investigation right about now.
Is now really a good time to go over?
I think yes.
According to my observations, Sijwin always spends around half an hour away from the infirmary right before lunch. Lynette knows this as well, so this should be a good time to meet up with her.
Yes, I heard that as well.
Also, I'm her brother, remember? It's only natural for an older brother to care about his younger sister's well-being.
Okay, then let's
Aren't
go
they
right away.
twins though? Aren't they just like us twins? Well, I don't have my brother here, but whatever. Alright, so let's check on Lynette and see what's going down here.
Lynette should be here right now. Huh.
It's not. Huh.
Strange. Lynette?
As expected, Sigewin isn't here, but why isn't Lynette here?
Could she have found a lead and left to follow it?
No, Lynette rarely deviates from the plan. We agreed that if she were to make changes on the fly, she'd find a way to let me know. Unless...
Let's see if there are any clues around here. We can look while we wait for her. Who knows? Maybe she'll be back soon.
Okay.
Oh, I thought the thing just moved, but I guess it didn't. Okay, so we have this. Let's investigate the notes, the
There are
patient
some
notes.
books here and a few files. They all look like medical records. Advanced nursing, how to raise the spirit of your patients, a quick guide to the psychology of emotions, and the meaning of laughter. These sure are some interesting books. Who knew Sigewin would be interested in these kinds of things? She even has books on understanding people's motivations and feelings. Is it because she's a Melazine? Or does she have a need to understand her patient's emotional state?
Seems quite normal to me. These are skills that would come in handy for a nurse from time to time.
I have to agree, you have to sympathize with the patient, you have to make them know that everything is going to be alright, and a few other things. I don't know about that, I've never been a nurse myself, or... yeah, a nurse, because no. I tried studying like medicine, but it didn't went well. But I never even tried. I went to a different career, and now I'm studying something different. Great. Right. But enough of that. Let's continue.
None of the beds have any signs of having been slept in. Except that one over there.
That's the one Lynette must have used, right? You said she was pretending to be sick.
She would have said her migraine was having a particularly bad flare-up. Generally speaking, the head nurse would then ask her to lie down and rest, while she left to retrieve the medication.
Yes, but the bed is still unmade.
Which means, either the head nurse didn't return the entire time from when Lynette laid down up until she left the bed, or the nurse intentionally left it this way.
Oh boy. Oh no, that's not a good sign. We thought it was, but if they made it intentionally, that's not good. And the third and most suspicious thing is this.
Ah, this is it! We saw it before!
Wait, this thing? It doesn't look like it's been disguised that well.
Linny leans down and
The
gets a
space behind
closer-
it is empty. From its size, I don't think it's an entrance that is meant to be taken apart. There's probably a mechanism around here somewhere. Could Lynette have tried to get inside? But if that's the case, she would have contacted me for sure. Let's look around here for some more clues. Don't panic, just take another look.
Alright then. The look on Linny's face. He's definitely beginning to panic. Don't panic! He probably said that subconsciously more for himself than anyone else. I mean, yeah, he is basically starting to lose, or I wouldn't say lose his patience, but he's starting to freak out, bro. Especially for Lynette. He's already been separated from him once, and being on this risky mission, knowing what they can do to the prisoners won't be that good. And if they know that we've been doing this on purpose, what will be our fate then? Well, let's continue searching. Let's see if we can find something.
Hey, you guys, there's a slip of paper over here.
A slip of paper?
It's right over here, and there's a bunch written on it too. It reads, "Out of respect for your usual practices, I'll use a piece of paper or card as the medium to pass on my message. You may consider this as me giving you my best regards."
This is...
Is that all?
Wait, is there something in the back? And what does that mean? Is that from Lynette?
The back. This is...
Show me! Now!
That look on your face. Paimon's reading it now. Would you care to guess where Miss Lynette of the Fatui could be right now?
Oh no.
Could she have... Is she already...
Wriothesley. Did he deliberately leave the infirmary unguarded to use it as bait?
Wait, you mean he was aware of our goals from the very beginning? But why? We didn't run into any trouble last time, and he also never reached out to us since.
Exactly. Why would he choose to act during our second infiltration attempt instead of the first?
Yes, that is a crucial question. Wriothesley, he doesn't do anything without a clear goal or reason. So this means he had no concerns about your activities from the very beginning. You're not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Nervulet, so you have no conflict of interest with Wriothesley. We're a completely different story, though.
Well, that's true. Why did he only go after Lynette? Why didn't he go after you as well? I mean, yeah, why he didn't?
I'd like to know that too. Why did he only go after her? Don't panic, just think everything over. I have to stay calm. This is not like what happened last time. The situation's different now. Wait, you're right. Wait, but that means... The fact that Fremine was able to leave the grounds, could Wriothesley have let him go as well?
But what does he gain by letting Fremine leave like that?
I get it now. Wait, so they are using them as bait? He deliberately, come on, why can't I say that word? Deliberately made them both disappear.
So he's challenging me and trying to provoke me, I'm sure of it. We never should have sent out Fremine. We had to go through all that trouble to find an opening to sneak him around the guards and into the pipe, and we even thought luck was on our side. If Wriothesley let him leave on purpose, then he's probably in a terrible spot now as well.
Lenny's getting more and more panicked. We have to calm him down.
Lenny, please calm down, man.
Don't be like this, Lenny. Fremine wouldn't have left if we hadn't told you about Childe. That was our fault.
True.
No, I'm the leader of this operation, and I'm the one responsible for this team. I was the one who failed to protect them. I'll go talk to Risley.
Hey, don't be reckless! Traveler, please talk some sense into him!
I simply cannot allow Lynette to be abducted again. I have to go. I'll find a way to get them back.
Oh no.
He's rushed out the door! After him!
Alright then. I guess we have no choice. Oh.
Right.
What? Sagewing
I
was
feel
there?
like we still have some room to make changes on these details.
It's not impossible, but it'll require extensive testing.
Is that so? Very well. Then please be mindful of the time. Huh?
Is someone?
Pack everything up. Whoever's outside is eavesdropping. They'll probably come in once we stop talking.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Someone!
Ugh.
Please help! She's sick!
Whoa, are you okay?
These two. As expected, they've already found this place. Oh, they are quite sharp. What a delightful turn of events. I like smart people, but I also like playing dumb. I like the feeling of being trusted. Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin. Being
So
able
that's
to
what
read
happened.
human expressions is quite the useful skill.
Wait! Wait! It's no use.
Wait,
We have to
hang
catch
on.
up to him!
Oh, he already disappeared in the thin air.
He's already out of sight! How is he so fast? Let's go head him off at Risley's office!
Oh, Risley's office is down there. But then Sidgwick knew about it all along? I mean, obviously she would. She doesn't seem to be the kind of person that would let something slip right under her nose. Well, judging what we saw, actually. Wait, why am I taking the thing? I should just drop from the sky and that's it. YOLO! There you go. But then those two already know about it. So they are planning something. They already knew. And they knew that we were eavesdropping. Okay, but then what happened? What could have happened? Why is Lynette not there? What is going on? Okay, so we know that Wesley has something to do with this. But then what? No, not Wesley. Sagewin, I mean.
Come out and face me, Risley!
Aren't we at an administrative office space? Why don't you at least try to follow even a couple rules from the fortress's indoor management regulations?
What did you do to my sister?
I ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided to invite her over for a cup of tea. I do have some teas in my collection that can work wonders against such an illness.
Stop joking around! Where did you take my siblings?
I have also heard that your performances are quite the spectacle. Miss Lynette would sometimes enter a box filled with water, only to emerge the next second from another place altogether. Maybe she'll appear behind you right now if you were to turn your head.
Is he trying to trick me into turning my head? No, he's probably not looking to attack me right now. All of the hostages are in his hands, and he's even in the mood for small talk. That means Lynette is probably still alive. You knew we were investigating the infirmary from the start, so you deliberately aroused the Traveler's suspicions and baited us into continuing our investigation, just so that you'd be able to kidnap Lynette. As for Fremine, no, You probably didn't even interfere with Childe's escape. You let him go so you could purge the Fatui members that we had planted into your ranks.
There was no need to do so. The Fortress of Meripede is a pretty pleasant place. Most people enjoy their lives here. The only ones who act differently are those with personal agendas. It was quite easy to identify your colleagues.
You removed our original members and spread the news of Childe's escape so Father would assign our team to come down and investigate. Fremine has also fallen into your hands, right? If you're oh so omnipotent and so in control, why would you need hostages?
One correction. Lynette is in my hands right now, but Fremine is not.
He's not? What do you really want?
Lenny!
Oh, wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once. Thank you so much for cooperating with me.
How? Where are Lynette and Perminet?
Eager and to the point, I see. Alas, only Miss Lynette is currently having a cup of the fortress's finest tea. Although, as per your original plan, Mr. Fremine should also have returned to the fortress by now. But he has neither shown up within my gates, nor has he been taken into any kind of custody. So where do you think he may be right now?
Oh.
Wait, you can't mean... You locked him outside in the sea?
I closed the fortress's gate to the outside world. That's all.
Fremine's a star diver, so he should be fine, right?
No, we're still here, so he definitely tried to find a way to come back for us. So we can't assume he might have made a break for the surface.
But why would I do this, you may be asking? To have an audience with you, of course. My intel tells me that Mr. Linney is a great magician, so it's only natural for me to want to have some cards of my own when it comes to negotiating. Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the Lord of the Fortress of Meripede, regardless of whether it was in a personal or a professional capacity. Well, you got your wish.
So, you've been keeping tabs on us before we even set foot in the fortress.
Some of my folks just happened to hear a thing or two, that's all. In any case, I will be straight with you. I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here. But once you started focusing on the Forbidden Zone, all of that changed. Mr. Linney, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Fremine is still slowly being pickled out there in the brine. You know just as well as I that he cannot last out there forever. You need do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I would like you to contact your superior, and ideally invite her over for a cup of tea with me.
You want to see Father? But why should she bother giving you an audience?
Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children, she should have plenty of motivation to join me for a parents' evening. I've heard that the bonds between the members of the House of the Hearth are like the bonds of family. I don't see why she would refuse.
Why did you think Father sent us to handle the Fortress of Meripede? This place is basically a no-man's land. It wouldn't be fitting for anyone as important as a harbinger like Father to come here in person.
Oh, I see. So it's because she doesn't care for my place here. That's such a shame. After all, I've amassed quite the tea collection. I was looking forward to sharing it with her. Both Monsieur Neuvillette and Lady Farina have already received many samples as gifts.
Was this the extent of your master plan to get to Father? No matter how much pressure you may put on me, I won't allow you to use us to blackmail her.
You people really are difficult to get along with. All I'm asking for is a face-to-face conversation. Does she truly have no interest in the fortress's secret? Mr. Linney, you have one last chance to invite your father here. If you refuse...
Lenny!
But wait, why do you have to do this?
Instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my perspective for a second? From the very beginning, the Fatui has been actively infiltrating my fortress.
I mean,
I gave you
yeah.
a warning by cutting off the first few operatives I found, but that only caused you to double down. Had you given up on the fortress then and there, I'd have no reason to want to talk. Mr. Fremenet left the fortress on his own, and Miss Lynette tried to pry out my secrets right in front of me. No matter how you look at it, the responsibility for this falls on you.
I shouldn't ask Father to do anything because of us.
6, 5,
Wait,
2, 1. Time's up. It really is a shame, Mr. Linney.
Risley!
Negotiations have broken down. Please leave, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for my afternoon tea.
Please wait. Can we really not talk about this some more?
Yeah, listen to the Traveler. If you can't talk to Linny, can you at least talk to us?
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette, yes? You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best to stay out of your way. But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. The fortress may be small and remote, but it still has its own set of laws.
I understand, but please spare Perminet and Lynette.
Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time investigating my home turf by now, so why don't you tell me a thing or two about what you found, I'll ask you 3 questions. Answer all of them correctly, and I'll agree to your request. Question 1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone, what is the truth behind the one about not being allowed to work for 3 days in a row?
I can't believe he's asking about the hidden rules. If I recall correctly, if you keep working without any rest during lunchtime hour on the 3rd day, you will find a portion of strange meal in your welfare meal. It's a good thing that we already already made a run-through investigation on this. Let's see if I remember all the clues. I should be able to find an answer if I can piece everything right together. Okay, so if you break the hidden rule, the production zone, your welfare meal might contain some strange meat. Okay.
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. But the Fanta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Meanwhile, the Duke believes that only idiots who don't understand the value of coupons would spend them on Fanta. We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work near the production zone. It seems like she can perceive the general state of a person's health just by looking at them. Fanta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. But the product has to undergo a trial because even Fanta's own employees have a lot of reservations about it. The research notes said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from humans. Because of that, the Melusines have also developed a sense of aesthetics that appear rather strange and alien to humans.
Alien. Okay, so it's this
According
one
to
then.
Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fanta company sponsored it. The company must want a return on their investment as well.
Okay. So we heard them already. Regarding the hidden rule of the production zone, what is the truth behind the one about not being allowed to work for 3 days in a row? So we already heard that we already know that we received a strange meat on our meal, but what does the other have to do?
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. But what could Sijuin be doing during that time?
Okay, so that's for Siegewin.
We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners
That's
at work.
the production
The Fonta
zone.
promoter has
The
been...
Fonta promoter.
Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. But the product has to undergo a trial because even Fonta's own employees have a lot of reservations about it.
Huh. Okay.
The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from humans. Because of that, the Melusines have also developed a sense of aesthetics that appear rather strange and alien to humans.
This is weird. We don't have that piece of information, do we? So...
We often see Miss Sijuin.
Okay, so we often see
The research
Sijuin.
note said that the Melusine race perceived...
Okay.
According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company sponsored it. The company must want a return on their investment as well.
This is so weird, to be honest. This is so hard and weird.
We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work near the production zone. It seems like she can perceive the general state of a person's health just by looking at them.
But... this is weird, to be honest, because that has nothing to do with it. Unless I've missed something, but the game told me that everything is going right.
Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting...
Maybe this?
The research note said that the Melusine race...
Not that.
The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the... I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. But what could Siege...
Okay, so these ones... So the ones regarding Siegewin are not related to the case.
According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company sponsored it. Fonta's internal reports suggest that there's...
Okay, so maybe... Okay, so if you... If you break a hidden rule of the production zone, your welfare meal might contain some strange meat.
Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed... The Fonta promoter has been struggling...
Okay, so that's a Fonta promoter, and
According
this is
to Collins, the
maybe this...
Fonta's internal reports...
This...
The Fonta
And
promoter
maybe
has...
this? Okay, so it's not that way. Okay, we've eliminated something here. So, could it
The
be...
research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from humans.
No, it doesn't
Fonta's
say right.
internal reports suggest that there's...
So, it has nothing to do with the Fonta thing then?
We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work near the production
This is so
zone.
hard.
It seems like she can perceive the... I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. But what could Sijuin be doing during that time? The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from humans. Because of that, the Melusines have all...
Maybe... Let's see if we can see what we can get from these things.
I've been told that the infirmary... Fonta's internal reports...
No, it's not
We
that
often see Miss Sijuin...
Okay, so one of them is right. One of them is right. Okay, the empty infirmary. So that's one thing. We had one piece of the information. All right. Okay, so we have one piece. So...
Fonta's internal reports suggest... We often see Miss Sijuin...
So It should be this and...
Fonta's internal report. According to Collins, the pancreas...
No, that has nothing to do with it. Then
Fonta's
this
internal
maybe.
report.
Ah, so it was the other one. Really?
According to Collins, the research note said that the
And this. Okay, there it is. So it was that.
Ah, so that's what's going on. Paimon understands it now. Who would have guessed? The hidden rule of the production zone. People are not supposed to work 3 days in a row, and if they do, they'll get strange meat in their welfare meal. At first we thought this strange meat must have something to do with the people who disappeared, but in reality, they were all prepared by Sijuin, the head nurse. She often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health and makes a note of anyone who has worn themselves out after 3 full days of work. Out of her sense of duty as the head nurse, as well as her genuine concern for the workers' health, Sijuin visits the cafeteria right before lunch and cooks an extra dish for those who can use stamina boost. Sijuin has only the best intentions with her surprise gift and doesn't want anyone to find out about what she does. However,
Oh god.
unfortunately, Melusines as a race perceive the world differently from humans, and their sense of aesthetics is even more alien to us. The recipients of her lovingly prepared special meals cannot taste the care within and usually just freak out.
Yeah.
Are we on the right track?
Not bad. You've uncovered Sijuin's secret and even guessed her intentions correctly as well. It's nice to know that her efforts have not gone unacknowledged. All right, now for my next question.
Okay.
There are also some hidden rules in the Pancration Ring, including the one that you're not allowed to support both sides of a fight. Why is that?
Alright then. The hidden rule of the Pancration King. I remember, if someone tries to support both fighters or boxers at the same time, they receive a package the next morning which contains a strange bottle color liquid. We've also done a lot of research on this matter. Let me sift through what I found and come up with the correct answer. Okay, if you violate the hidden rule of the Pancration Ring, you will receive a bag containing a strange blood color fluid. Okay, so these are the ones related with the thing.
The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Meanwhile, the Duke believes that only idiots who don't understand the value of coupons would spend them on Fonta. Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product.
Okay, so...
But the product has to undergo a trial because even Fonta's own employees have a lot of reservations about it.
Yeah.
The research note said that the Melusine...
Okay, not that
According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company sponsored it. The company must want a return on their investment as well.
Okay, so we'll use this one first. Then
The Fonta
say...
promoter has been struggling because he does...
No, not that one.
Fonta's internal reports...
This one, and maybe
The Fonta
this
promoter
one.
has been...
At the first? Well, it makes sense. Alright, let's continue.
Ah, Paimon gets this rule too now, so there really was nothing to be afraid of.
Bro.
That hidden rule of the Pancration Ring is about how, people are not supposed to bet on both boxers at the same time. And if they do, they'll receive a package containing a strange blood-colored liquid. People get scared when they see it because they've subconsciously begun to associate it with the missing boxer. But really, it's just a bottle of the latest yet-to-be-named and packaged new Fonta trial product. A blood-red drink. It's no wonder even Fonta's own staff were questioning the company's decision-making.
Yeah.
The company, facing backlash from its own staff, decided to try to trial the product on a smaller scale to see how it might be received by customers. They came to the fortress of Meropide and offered to sponsor the Pancration tournament so they could push their new product. But the Duke completely refused to even entertain the idea. The Duke, knowing how valuable coupons are in the fortress, knew that only total idiots who didn't understand their true value would bother buying a Fanta product here. And so, only those who proved their stupidity by being dumb enough to bet on two opposing sides of the same match were selected to receive the drinks.
I acknowledge the effort you've put into bringing the truth of this mystery to light. Although, based on your description, that Fanta promoter is a bit too careless with his words, I may just reconsider my collaboration with the company. All right, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary?
Ah, crap. We haven't collected enough info to answer that question.
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Risley! You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question. The thought of sparing Lynette and Fremine never even crossed your mind!
Wait, Lenny!
You'll pay for this! Ah!
Lenny, are you alright?
Oh, close one. I owe you, Sigewinne. That was a fantastic shot.
It was nothing, Your Grace.
Sigewinne?
Though this gun may look like a toy, it's actually fully functional, as I just demonstrated.
Sigewinne... You...
It was... Obviously, she was her accomplice all along. His
Not at all.
knockout.
I am merely a resident of the fortress, and thus protecting it is my duty. When Monsieur Nervulette asked me to come here, he told me that my job would be to take care of the well-being of everyone here. I am merely discharging my duties.
But if you mean what you just said, then isn't Lenny someone you should be looking after as well? Isn't he a resident here just like the rest of us?
If you're close with Nervulette, why not learn a thing or two about Virtue from him?
But I really am just doing what Monsieur Nervulette told me to do. Everything I did, I've done to protect them. Had I not, they would be in far more dire straits right now. His Grace knows it too, right? Your Grace? Mind proving my innocence to them?
My dear Sigewinne, whatever shall I do with you? Would it have killed you to just wait another minute or two?
Well, it's nearly time after all. The way you do things can be truly frustrating sometimes, Your Grace. I figured I should try to talk some sense into you.
What are you talking about? What time?
Take me if you want. But let them go.
How touching. Can you just give me one more minute?
Don't be like that, Your Grace.
All right, everyone, calm down. 2 more visitors will be arriving any time now.
Oh.
I'll go get a cup of tea. Miss Sigewinne, I leave Miss Lynette in your care.
You... What are you doing?
I believe I hear footsteps.
Wait a minute. The door suddenly slams open and a familiar...
Some space, please.
Ah, Miss Clarande. My door.
Fremine...
Oh.
Fremine!
What's going on? What is Clarande doing here?
Work.
I'm sorry about shooting you, Mr. Linney. The tranquilizing effect will begin to wear off soon. Please take it easy in the meantime, though.
What happened to Fremine? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like this?
Wait. These symptoms. It can't be.
A flushed face, an accelerated pulse. He must have consumed primordial seawater.
What did you say?
Please, make some space. I'll need to give Mr. Fremine a more thorough checkup. Your Grace, I'll leave the rest to you.
I'll talk to Clorand while you get Fremine to where he needs to be. Everything else can wait.
And what about Lynette? Try to understand the situation of the two people around. Okay, so... Oh, that was
What's
not
that
my
look on your
intention.
face? I thought I made good time on the way back.
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes later, Sigewinne may have been forced to shoot Mr. Lenny again. How's the situation out there?
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected. The concentration of primordial seawater has increased significantly. I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if one were to stay for any significant amount of time... Well, you can see how that boy's doing.
Where was he when you found him?
The abandoned zone at the end of the pipes. A good distance into the water.
Closer than I thought. He must have recognized it early on and tried desperately to swim back.
Locking the door was necessary. I don't think we could have saved two.
Well, I did try to convince him that I had my reasons. Never seems to work, though.
It would probably work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for picking out who had good intentions, even when the outcomes were all terrible.
Bro, the way you do your things are not exactly the best ones, so obviously we were going to disagree with you. Well, at least Lenny and his past trauma was going to kick in. So, can you blame it? Can you blame him and us? Of course not.
It's a bad sign if you're having to plead your case to Neuvillette. Want some tea?
Not particularly. If you want to drink some that badly, just say so.
Fine, I'd like to get some tea. Want me to get you a cup too, since I've already made it?
Might as well then, I suppose. Actually, do you have a towel? I would like to dry my hair.
Well, alright. So, we already talked to them. So, well, they talked. So, we're going to spare this this second part for the next episode. My god, I can't believe that. Oh, now everything has turned. Now the tables have turned. They turned in a horrible, horrible way. But where could Childe be? They didn't say anything, and now look. But wait, wouldn't Clorand would have melted into water since... Well, she's from Fontaine and we know what happens when someone drinks the primordial sea, or maybe she didn't, or touches. She may not have, but who knows. So they say Fermine. Or maybe they saw Fermine. Who knows? Who knows what happened? We'll get to know that in the next episode. So I am going to stop this recording. I hope that everyone enjoyed this, and if you did, leave a like and comment down below. Oh god, this was a pretty tough episode. Ugh. So I don't know. I don't know. Just comment whatever you want in the comment section below. This was a long episode. This was so harsh. And just looking at it was so... Again, I am a little more invested in this and more interested in that way. This has been fun actually. I have liked it. So again, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to this channel so you don't miss on anything that I will be uploading from this or other games that I will be playing. Again, thank you so much for watching. I was Game Mirko, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!